Hi, I'm Daniel, and I just saw Luca, the new Pixar film, released on Disney Plus with no premiere access and no cinema release. I think the reason why this is the case is a combination of how good Soul did and how bad Ryan the Ash Dragon did in premiere access. So Disney came to the conclusion animation and premiere access doesn't mix. Luca, to my knowledge, hasn't been delayed at all, which is rare now. At the trailers, I was looking forward to this film because I liked the idea and thought it looked wholesome. Start off with the story. The opening of the film manages to show how Luca and Alberto met and have them run away only after a montage, but the audience still understands how big their friendship is. When normally it's annoying that they literally just met. They then go to a city and join a competition for the film's middle without it feeling any bit different from the rest of the film. Funky defends Monster University, but the tournament feels very different to the first act despite how great it is. The film's pacing is good and it goes through in just the right time, not too fast or slow. It's a very good film to watch and just seems to put you in a good mood for its wholesome feel. The film isn't trying to be highly climactic and intense or emotional, it's just trying to be a fun film to watch and it massively succeeds at that. High amounts of predictions about the film being gay is just a metaphor, if even that, which I expected from Disney, and even after metaphor would be flawed by the end. It's not a direct discrimination parallel, so it's not really a big problem, but it kind of stops the metaphor from working well in my opinion. Next, discussing the characters. The duo of Yuka and Alberto, while they could be a generic, are good characters individually, especially their interactions together, how they bind each other out. Echo is the villain, and in most type of films he will be awful, but in this type of film he is okay enough. Film doesn't really need that much conflict, so having a villain that doesn't really do much kind of better fit. Even though it could work with the film, I still can't call this villain good because he is very generic and annoying. He's just okay enough to not be a problem against the film. As a whole, the characters are great. Luca has a very stylistic animation style, but yet realistic design compared to other film in stuff like the proportions and faces. I think this decision is great for how nice it is to look at. It's also spectacular, fits the film's tone, and the backgrounds go well with the designs. The only issue with the animation is there isn't really other style tried out, especially in the dream sequence, which would have been a perfect opportunity to change the style a bit. In them sequences the background's a bit different, but it still feels like it's the same. Animation is great, not extraordinary, and it's far from a contender from the best animation in the film. Just great. Film's comedy is good, but having a lot of funny moments. Not amazing at being a comedy, far from it, but still relatively funny. Music is also great, both on its own and fitting with the film. Also, can I just say in no way is it a Your Mermaid rip-off. The only thing in common is that character who's underwater wants to go to land. In conclusion, I will give Yuka 8 out of 10 and strongly recommend. Score would be 8.5 if I included 0.5 my initial impression score, but I don't. It is free on Disney Plus and is worth the price of a month in my opinion, which is about the same price as a cinema ticket, where you can watch a lot more than just one film on Disney Plus. Like Soul and Ryan the Dragon, which are finally available to be free, which are both better than Yuka, so if you're gonna get Disney Plus to watch this, watch them as well. Getting Disney Plus or any other streaming service is way better than going to the cinema. We even have a pause button, which you don't in the cinema. Chris very wholesome films, with most aspects being executed really well. Film isn't quite amazing, but still a great watch. Finally, my next video will be a remake ranking all 24 Pixar films, which should come out soon. The end.